In this talk, I will focus on how individual differences in incentive sensitivity moderate performance in a pressure situation. Performance decrements under pressure are often referred to as choking, that is, individuals' typical level of performance is not reached under conditions increasing their perceived importance. Choking research has employed a variety of manipulations in order to exert pressure, ranging from the presence of an audience to engaging in a competition, being part of a team effort, and monetary incentives. What has been largely absent from this research, however, is a focus on individual differences in motivation. One approach offering a model to explain such differences comes from motive research. Motive research builds on the assumption that individuals differ in their capacity to experience specific incentives as rewarding. For example, those high in achievement motivation are especially motivated by opportunities to improve their performance, those high in affiliation by opportunities to experience positive social contact, and those high in power by opportunities to have impact on others or the environment. If one takes a close look at the manipulations employed by choking research, it becomes evident that especially competition and team effort manipulations map closely to the incentive structure in motive research. Consequently, choking may be moderated by individuals' motive disposition, such that those high in affiliation are especially motivated in a team effort condition and consequently experience less choking, and that those high in power are especially motivated in competitive situations. In order to test this notion, we conducted an experimental study where participants had to perform golf putting under various conditions of pressure. First, we assessed participants' motives using both self-report as well as semi-projective measures. In the following instruction and warm-up phase, participants familiarized themselves with the task of hitting a golf ball as close as possible to a marked target area, earning them a different number of points. In the baseline phase, participants' actual performance was assessed by experimenters. In the final manipulation phase, participants were randomly assigned to one of three conditions. In the power incentive condition, participants learned that they would have to beat the performance of a randomly selected other participant in order to enter a lottery. In the affiliation incentive condition, the combined performance of two participants would have to exceed the performance of another randomly selected two-person team. Finally, in the control condition, participants just completed the experimental setup by themselves. Let's have a look at the results of the semi-projective measures first. Recall that we assessed achievement, power, and affiliation motivation in our participants. Concerning the power incentive condition, we would have expected an effect of power motive, such that a stronger power motive leads to more motivation and thus less choking. However, no such relationship emerged in the power incentive condition. In contrast, in the affiliation incentive condition, we would have expected an effect of participants' affiliation motive on choking. Indeed, such an effect was found, that for both subscales of the affiliation motive, stronger affiliation motivation was related to less choking. Note that this was only a trend in the case of fear of rejection. Finally, in the control condition, none of the motives was related to choking. In contrast, looking at the self-reported motive measures did not reveal any meaningful relationships. To summarize, we know from established research and also a recent review that motives are predictors of motor performance. The current study now offers initial evidence that motives may also play a role in determining individual differences in choking. Thanks for watching this talk. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions and I'll be happy to answer them.